Yeah, I'm back here. Sorry about that, but I just really remember wanting him really bad. I think I ended up getting him this version. Someone gave him to me or gifted him to me because I did end up with him, but he wasn't like mint. He had like a bunch of scratches on his vest and stuff like that, and I think like on his hair. It was a friend that had gave him to me. He was in pretty rough condition. But I was around in '94. I was like 6, going on 7, so I was really young. But I remember these being my favorites. I had a best friend that lived like across the street. I used to play dolls with her all the time. I would like go to her house and like go swimming with her and stuff because she had like one of the pools in the neighborhood, and she was infatuated with Barbie. She had like probably the biggest Barbie collection in the neighborhood, and I would just used to always like to go play with her Barbie dolls. And she had like all of these Baywatch dolls, and I used to like love to go over there and play with the kids with her. So that's how I really like remember the nostalgia of like the bigger fashion dolls of the Baywatch. But I knew they were out of question for me, so I had to get what I could and like settle with the next best, and they were like these little figures here. So I made a bigger hole in the packaging to take him out. Here he is, looking super cool, super cute. I'll pull him out. He is our lighter tan Ken, and he has the blue eyes, like a pretty royal blue eye color. I'm gonna get a zoom in on him because he is definitely going to need some justice. There we go. And then you can see like the red cross here on his vest. He has his blue board shorts. We'll also have the red cross sign there, and it's going to be in the blue color. That would be fun to actually like paint red. There you see the 1994 Mattel logo on there. And you see China. He has articulated arms and leg on 5 points. Now the Kens, their heads have a lot more swivel. You could probably do a whole 360 with them. Really easy. It doesn't really give too much effort to do that. Super cool. He's got like the white shirt underneath, brunette hair, uh, also brown eyebrows. Super cool. I love the expression. They did here. Here's a look at the Wave Runner, the little tiny Wave Runner. It has like little crosses on it. A couple of those. It says Lifeguard here, where the handle on like the handle bar area, and it doesn't make sound like the big one did, but I wish that it did. Like when I was younger, I used to always like want these to make the sound, and like but see, back then imagination was like way more different than it is now. And I was like always making like the little sounds with it, like putting him on the. This brings back so much nostalgia, and just like always putting him on there and just like riding like. When I had my main one, he was just always like I would take him everywhere I go, like school show and tells, summer camps, the pool, wherever. Like I would just always have my Ken doll with me, and I did not care at all, not one bit. I remember people would be like, "Oh my gosh, what is that? What is that?" Because he was at the time still like considered pretty rare, and like people were just like confused on like no one, most people didn't really recognize he was like a Ken doll unless they were like Barbie collectors. People that are like really into Barbie and stuff. Now these dolls do have like some paint stains on them, a couple paint spots on them, but I'm not worried about it because they'll probably come off a little pretty easy. I don't know if that was just like packaging when they got hot over through the years, but you gotta think about it. It's been a long time they've been in that plastic packaging, longer than a lot of y'all have been alive. Okay, and lastly, I have my brown eye Ken with dark hair. Yeah, I think I like him better than the first one that I opened. Probably not as much as the one that I had back in the 90s, but oh my gosh, y'all, he has a little mole under his eye, like a little mole right on his eye, up under his eye. I think it's so cool, and it's not coming off.